guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm going to show you guys how to make English muffins that are vegan, paleo, and gluten-free and allergen-free. So they're really good for you and there's nothing really bad in them, nothing you can get an allergic reaction from, hopefully. And so they turn out like this. So they don't look like your traditional English muffin, but they're pretty close. The taste is pretty close, and I almost think that they're better than English muffins. I missed English muffins a lot, so I decided to make some, and I'll show you how to make them. So just keep watching to see the recipe. Okay, so what you're gonna need are some measuring cups, a few bowls to mix in, coconut milk, coconut sugar, apple vinegar, sea salt, brown rice flour, baking powder, these fancy rings, I got these off of Amazon, a sifter for your flour, and some water. You can use any milk substitute that you want. So first you're going to pour a cup of water into your bowl, and then you're going to put in your coconut milk, or any milk substitute, and then you're going to heat this up for a minute in the microwave. Then you're going to do your teaspoon of salt. I'm using sea salt just because it's better for you. So pour that into your dry bowl, and then you're going to do 2 teaspoons of this coconut sugar. This stuff is so good. Just 2 teaspoons right in there. And then you're going to take your milk out of the microwave and you're going to pour this into your liquid bowl. So this has the water in it already. You're going to take your apple cider vinegar and you're going to put a tablespoon of that in there. This is going to make it emulsify a little bit, so it's going to make it a little bit thicker. Then you're going to take a teaspoon and a half of baking powder. This is also going to help it rise since this recipe does not have yeast in it. Next, you're going to take your flour and you're going to sift it into your dry bowl just like this. And it's going to be a total of 4 cups of flour, but first we're just starting off with 2. So this is 2 cups of brown rice flour. You're going to sift that into your bowl. Then you're going to add this to your wet ingredients. And you're going to mix it up. So it's going to look like this when you're done. And so I let it sit for about 10 minutes before I did this step. If you are using yeast, then it's going to take an hour and a half to rise, but since there's no yeast, it's going to rise in the oven. So just add 3 tablespoons of butter or butter substitute. I'm using Earth Balance, so there's no dairy in this. And I'm just going to mix it up. You can also use coconut oil if you have coconut oil. So just mix that around until it's all mixed in. Okay, and then you're going to take your last 2 cups of brown rice flour and you're going to sift it over your ingredients again. So there's 1 cup, and then here's your last one. Ta-da! That goes in the sifter and you're going to sift it away. Perfect! Now mix it up. It does look like there's a lot of dry ingredients, but just keep stirring and it'll eventually all mix in. Now if you want your English muffins a little bit sweeter, you can add honey or maple syrup or any kind of sweetener to this step. I wanted to do that after I baked it though, so just mix it and use your hands to get it all mixed in. Next, I took my Silpat so it didn't stick and I put it on top of the cookie sheet. You can use parchment paper too if that's what you have. Anything works. And then I'm taking the coconut oil and you just need to grease up the rings if you're using these just so the dough doesn't stick to them. And then what you're going to do is take even amounts and you're going to roll them into little balls and kind of squish them between your hands and put them in the middle and press them flat. So you're going to do that for each one. Okay, and then we're gonna put them in the oven for 425 degrees and just watch them to see when they're done. 15 to 20 minutes should be good. So then I put them in the oven, and this is what they look like when they come out. I let them cool for a little bit, and then I cut it in half. It's still hot, you can see the steam. But then I decided to put a little bit more earth balance on here and let it melt. Yum! And then I decided to put some honey on top because I wanted a little bit of sweet treat. This is what you guys are left with. So it's just an English muffin, super good. I'm gonna taste it now. Just a little piece. So good. I ended up putting honey and a little bit of earth balance butter on it. So there's no dairy, nothing bad in it, and it's so good. It almost tastes like something like from the fair, like a funnel cake or something like that, which is really funny, but it's really delicious. So these are probably only going to be good for 1 or 2 days, and then they're probably gonna go stale, which is fine. I only made 4, but the batch actually makes 8. So you can either save it, like freeze it, and make it later, or you can keep it in the fridge and then make it some in the morning if you want. Also, so I got these little circle thingies on Amazon, and I'll link them down below. But it's funny because since this recipe doesn't have any yeast in it either, it didn't really rise through these, so you don't really even need these. I just thought they were fun, so I got them. But you can just kind of roll them out into a little ball, and then they come out like this. Of course, they're not perfect, but they're delicious. And so yeah, that's the recipe for today, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and let me know down below other recipes you want me to make. So have a good day, you guys, and I'll talk to you later.